today I am going to be filming an eyebrow tutorial, and people are always asking me how I do my eyebrows and give me compliments on them. And so today is the day you say hello to me. Okay, no, not really, but today is the day that I give you guys my eyebrow routine and how I do my eyebrows every day. So yeah, hopefully it's helpful. Keep watching. So what you want to start off doing is getting a spoolie and brushing your eyebrows out in the natural direction. Then next, what I'm going to do is take an angled flat brush and dip into my product to begin making the shape of my brow. Now I'm going to be using this Ultimate Eyebrow Kit by Wet n Wild in the shade Ash Brown, but it may be easier to first use a pencil to outline your eyebrows and make the shape that you want and then fill it in with the powder. But I ran out of powder, so I ran out of pencil, so I'm just gonna fill. So when you begin to fill in your brows, you want to take a brush, it can be any brush, and figure out where your brows should start. And the way you do that is putting the brush to the edge of your nose and putting it straight up, and where that brush is, here, is where your eyebrows should start. Then you angle the brush right above your pupil and still keep it on the edge of your nose, and that is where your arch should be. Then at the corner of your eye, your eyebrow should come no further than the brush. Because I notice a lot of people like to make their eyebrows really close together or long and whatnot, and what happens is you start making different faces and your eyebrows look weird. And so if you do want to make it longer, I would suggest checking and making those faces and just following the curve of your brow to make sure that it aligns, if that makes sense, like the curve of your face. So I'm going to take my brush and my product and I'm going to dip it in the darker brown, and I'm just going to start in the middle of my brow and work my way to the end and just filling it in. And I like to focus on like the middle and the ends of my brow just because that is where they're the thinnest. And it's okay if it's a little messy because we are going to clean that up. And then to get the faded look, I'm going to dip into the lighter brown and make light hair-like strokes in the beginning. And it's okay if you don't have two different color browns. You can use the same brown. Just make sure you go at it with a light hand so that your eyebrow doesn't appear to just be really dark the whole way through. And next, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And these are my brows, but don't fear, we're not leaving them like this. And next, what you want to do is take spoolie once more and brush your eyebrows out again, just to make sure the product is blended a little better. Then to the product that does all the work, concealer. You can use any concealer of your choice. However, I do recommend liquid concealers or pot concealers. I don't necessarily recommend stick concealers just because I don't think it will really work with what we're doing here. So I have the LA Girl Pro Conceal here, as well as Face Studio's Master Conceal. I will be using mostly the Face Studio concealer. It is the darkest shade that they have, but it's still a little bit too light for me, and that's why I like to mix it with either my foundation or the LA Girl concealer. So yeah. And so what we're gonna do is take a flat brush. This brush is by e.l.f. It is their professional eyeliner brush, but I use it for my concealer. I think it's perfect for my concealer. So you're gonna take a flat brush and you're gonna take your product and put a little on the brush, and then you're just gonna outline under your brow, kind of outlining the artwork that we've already done. I like to start not totally towards the beginning, just because I like to focus on the arch first and make sure I have that the way I like it, and then use the remaining product on my brush to lightly go towards the beginning. Okay, and then to this eyebrow. I like to go step to step with my brows just to make sure they're as alike as I can make them. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the top. Take a little product, well, concealer, I keep calling it product, but concealer, same thing. And my mirror. I'm going to outline the top. Alright, I just realized you guys don't have the best angle, so I fixed it and I'm going to do it again. Okay, and I'm kind of satisfied with that, so I'm going to move on to the other side, and I'll fix it if I feel the need to after. Ow! I hit my elbow. Okay, so now on to the next side. Okay, so now I've done both sides. And ladies and gents, it's okay to mess up even with the concealer, because you can always go back with your product and redo the lines that you may have messed up or spots that you need to fill in just a little bit more. It's okay. So now I'm just gonna look at them and see if they're as alike as I want them to be. And I think I'm gonna go higher up in the arch for this one. So and add a little bit more to the end. Okay, and then I am going to blend out the product. And the way I do that is I just use like sweepy, not sweepy, but like I drag the brush a little just to blend the product out so it's not caked up. And this is how they're looking after I've blended out the product a little more. And to further blend it out, you can either use a damp beauty blender and just pat and drag a little to blend it out, but preferably I use a flat liquid foundation brush and I just blend it in to my skin. Because you really want to make sure that you blend your concealer in so that you don't have that white flashback around your eyebrows. You don't want that. Now, to help blend this out, I am going to add a little foundation. I added a little bit more foundation than I anticipated, but it's okay. Oh, I forgot to mention that personally I don't add concealer between my brows, just because I haven't felt the need to do that, but I do blend it in with whatever foundation I'm wearing or whatever the case may be. And I don't know if you noticed, but I don't drag my concealer down to my eyelids just because I don't really wear eyeshadow, and so I don't use it as a base or a primer for my eyeshadow. I just blend it in as best as I can. But if you are using your concealer as a base for your eyeshadow as well, you will want to put more concealer and drag it down. But don't listen to me on the eyeshadow thing because that's not my specialty. So next what we're gonna do is set our brows, and what I'll be using to do that is this Chella eyebrow defining gel, and it is clear. And I'm just gonna brush it into my brows in the shape that my brows are going. And what this does is just set your brows in place so that they don't move. It may help the color or the makeup stay on better also. But if you don't have eyebrow defining gel, you can also use mascara. Just don't pack the mascara on too heavily because it will make your eyebrows look darker. So now that I'm looking at my brows, I am pretty satisfied, and so the last thing that I'm going to do is highlight under my brows. Now we did use concealer, which acts as a highlight for your brows also, but I like to be extra and give it that glow under there. So I'm going to go in with the Pacifica highlight in the shade Treasure, and I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush and go into the product and use like light sweeping motions right under my brow bone and put it there. And like, do you see that glow? Like, I don't even know if y'all can see. There it is. And I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And we are done. So here's the finished look of my brows. I'm pretty satisfied with them, but just keep in mind that your eyebrows are never going to be twins unless you are just like that. Like, it's so hard to make your eyebrows twins, but don't worry about it because as long as they're sisters, cousins, like, you're fine. As long as people won't spot you out and be like, yo, her eyebrows are so totally different. Like, practice makes perfect. It's okay. But this is the final look of my brows, and I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you. Sorry my hair's a mess. Handle that later. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know what you thought about this video. And I forgot to mention that I would recommend doing your eyebrows before the rest of your makeup if you are a beginner. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, just because you will mess up. Like, we all mess up. We're not professionals. I mean, I'm not a professional, and so it's really frustrating when you have a full face of makeup and then you have to wipe your brows off and do them over, and it may mess up your other makeup. So just do them first. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Like, please tell me you want to see me again. Anyway, sorry again for my messy hair, but yeah.